Welcome to Let's Play Megaman Maverick Hunter X. So a few things I need to explain first. First, there's a tiny black bar on the left side of the video. The resolution of a PSP is apparently slightly off, or the emulator I'm using might be a little quirky on that. Okay, as I'm using an emulator, and I know some people might complain, I legally have a PSP. I bought it from GameStop a couple years ago when they sold the 1000 model PSPs for $60. By law, that means I can use a PlayStation Portable emulator if anybody wants to do the legal disclaimer. If you own the console, you can console or portable, you can legally use the emulator for such. Although if one wants to go further, technically you don't even have to have the console to use the emulator because there are homebrew games and stuff. Secondly, I have a copy of the game, which also means legally the ROM file and all is safe. So just putting that as a legal disclaimer at the front of the video, because I know there's always those people out there that are very anti-emulator and anti-ROM. If you're one of those people, please move on. If you're fine with this and my disclaimer there, great, we can continue into the video. Okay, second note, the Day of Sigma video that is the prologue to Maverick Hunter X, you normally don't access that until after you beat the game once, but since it's technically the prologue, I'm going to go ahead and play that first before the game because it makes things make more sense. Okay, before I get into the game proper though, a note, an observation, a personal observation. Some people feel like the Maverick Hunter X game changed some canon details. The reason for this, they had hoped to go back and recreate all of the Mega Man X games with the Maverick Hunter X style, adding cutscenes and voicing and plot, more in-depth plot and character building. Since Maverick Hunter X did not sell as well as they had hoped, though, that project went defunct, meaning that Maverick Hunter X is kind of the oddball there, because I'll go from Maverick Hunter X back to the original Mega Man X Collection version of X2, X3, X4, and beyond. So this one's going to have naturally it's on the PSP and it's got 3D graphics compared to the sprite graphics of Mega Man X. But since it has the extra cutscenes and character and stuff, I figured this was the best version to do. But yeah, I find it really sad because I know a lot of people that would have loved to have seen the entire Mega Man X series redone in such a manner. But yeah. Thank you for listening to the little weird random intro thing. Now on to the game proper. I'm going to go ahead and jump cut to the start of the Day of Sigma though. Well, to me in the menu starting it. Jump cut! Okay, I've had a few little fun moments here. Firstly, I forgot to set up the controller, so I've done that. Secondly, I forgot I should do the little intro Capcom logo and all that for, obviously I want to give them credit. And thirdly, I managed to find the fast forward button, got it stuck, and recorded a segment of me scrambling for the mute button while the game played at 10 times normal speed and blared in my ears, and it was funny. But okay. Hopefully it won't do that again. There we go. The known issue on this game that it hangs there.
My name is Thomas Light. I am the researcher who designed and built Megaman X.
So, quick side note, I figured out why the fast forward happened. One of the buttons for starting and stopping the recording is also the speed limiter, turning it on and off. So that'll probably happen at some point. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start playing the Day of Sigma. Disclaimer, it's about 25 minutes long, give or take. I'm going to mute the microphone during it so I don't talk over anything. So if you... also, the next episode will begin with the actual gameplay. So if you want to watch the Day of Sigma, by all means. If you want to skip over it, jump to episode 2. Gonna mute now and gonna start the video.
Arriving at drop point in 45 seconds.
X, do you copy?
Fire at will once the target is in range.
Now arriving at drop point.
Chill Penguin Company, commence operation.
Roger! I'll secure the area! What? The thing's hardly damaged! Here it comes! Ah! Stop that thing!
Zero, do you have a fix on the main generator?
It's no good! This thing's too fast! I can't get close! Take that! It's so strong!
Commander, that thing's way more powerful than we thought. I'll go back him up.
Help me!
I won't let you push my friends around like that! Get the generator!
Help me!
The generator, X! Shoot the generator! X, hurry!
rave party coming?
Casualties confirmed. Prepare a full retreat.
Be sure to disarm all combatants.
X! Why didn't you shoot?
Chill, Penguin,
Do you have any idea how many casualties there would have been? If the commander hadn't taken that thing out when he did?
X. It was my fault I let that mechanoloid get a hold of me. I'm just glad the commander was able to get me out of that mess.
Yes, sir. Understood.
X,
Yes, Commander Sigma, sir.
your aiming capabilities are no different than my own. You could have easily hit the generator. You are aware that there was only a small chance that our compatriot would have been hit by the blast, correct?
Yes, Commander.
Listen well, X. There are times when we Maverick hunters cannot afford to hesitate in pulling the trigger. We must become both sword and shield to those who cannot protect themselves. That is our sworn duty. Never forget that.
Commander Sigma.
Commence retreat once casualties have been assessed.
Yes, sir!
There have been 7 incidents of mechanoloids going Maverick this month.
Has the commander spoken to Dr. Kane about it yet?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Maverick. What could cause someone to go Maverick anyway?
Program errors, short circuits in the electronic brain. The very things that give us Reploids our advanced processing power could also be our greatest weakness. Vile. Looks like he must have caused a ruckus again. I'm afraid for every kind and sensitive hunter like you, X, there always seems to be a borderline Maverick rabble-rouser like Vile out there.
There's been a lot of action around here lately.
Yes, Dr. Kane. Maverick crime has been steadily increasing. Even giant mechanoloids have begun to run amok.
And how is X doing?
As far as his judgment and abilities on the battlefield are concerned, he has shown tremendous promise. However, he tends to hesitate when the situation calls for decisive action.
He worries too much. Of course, that is his greatest feature, and the source of his potential. Sigma, you don't have that problem at all. When I found that robot, X, sealed away so long ago, I utilized his design concept to give birth to you Reploids. Reploids have the ability to think and act on their own, just like human beings. But the only one who seems to worry and fret so deeply is X. That is the source of his great potential.
His worrying shows potential? It's not a weakness?
Well, I suppose it might be, under normal circumstances. But in this case, it could be the beginning of a new connection between robots and humans. Of course, we don't know yet if that potential will be a wellspring of hope or usher in an era of utter chaos. I've extended my life as long as possible to see it all play out, but it looks like I won't be around long enough now.
Training sequence concluded.
Oh man, I missed 5%.
95%? That's very good, Zero.
Storm Eagle. I thought you were supposed to be patrolling the missile base.
With the automated defense system complete, they trimmed down my tour of duty. Starting today, I'm just a regular hunter again.
I see.
Anyway, we've been summoned to a hearing on the out-of-control mechanoid. Let's go, Zero.
We now know that a mechanoid stationed in a dismantled building went berserk. However, it now appears that it was under the control of an unknown party.
So there was no one inside? It was being controlled remotely?
That's right.
Wait a minute. What about the mechanoid security program?
A system that complicated really shouldn't be so easy to hack!
There is a chance that the perpetrator has managed to completely crack our security codes.
Well, where's it being controlled from?
The signal has been camouflaged by being routed through a series of satellites. But the origin has been tracked to here, Able City Sector 16 East.
You gotta be kidding me! That's so close!
Does Commander Sigma know about this?
We've contacted him. X and Zero's team is to be dispatched immediately following a briefing. Those are his orders.
Roger.
Strange. It's too quiet.
Wanna check it out, X?
What is it? Well?
No dice. I'm afraid that whatever data was here must be gone now.
That's quite a feat.
Status report.
Sir, looks like it must have been an inside job. They were done in shortly after the mechanoid went berserk.
What do you make of it, Zero?
Well, no matter who did it, it seems fairly obvious that they have incredible combat skills. Each and every blow is directed at a weak spot.
The scoundrel who caused all of this has taken his hacking data and fled the scene. He is now a fugitive. Storm Eagle Company, begin searching the area.
Yes, sir.
The Chill Penguin Company will check other sectors. Let's go!
Yes, sir.
Storm Eagle Company Troop A has been requested to move to point 449.
Another incident in Sector 28 West?
Please be patient. We're still tracing the signal.
Reporting a problem.
I think Vile is being punished. We're all ready.
You've reached Hunter Base. Another berserk mechanoid? Where? Okay. What? That close? No way you're getting past me! Come to reprimand me in person, did you?
I can't believe it's gotten this bad.
All these berserk mechanoids. Why do I get the feeling that they're just here to distract us?
You think whoever's behind this has a different goal in mind?
X, Zero, we have an emergency. The ex-Maverick Hunter Vile has just escaped from his cell.
What?
Report to the scene immediately.
Roger that.
Just a little longer. We've almost got the signal traced.
X and Zero's team is headed for the detention center now. What is your next order? Commander? Commander Sigma, please respond.
What's the matter?
Something's wrong. I can't raise Commander Sigma.
There's no way this can be Vile's work. He doesn't have this kind of attack capability. All the blows were directed to weak spots. Whatever Reploid is responsible for this, they must have great analytical and combat skills. Well, no matter who did it, it seems fairly obvious that they have incredible combat skills. Each and every blow is directed at a weak spot.
So, you think whoever's responsible made the mechanoloids go berserk as a cover so he could spring Vile?
This is Zero.
X, Zero, we've managed to trace the hacker's location. The berserk mechanoloids are being controlled from the missile base. I've tried contacting all personnel, but the signal is being disrupted. I haven't been able to get through to Commander Sigma for a few minutes either.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Someone's here.
Don't move! Commander Sigma!
X, Zero. It looks like the enemy was using the security system here to control the mechanoloids.
So that must be how they managed to camouflage their location.
They knew it would take a while to trace.
Commander Sigma, headquarters told us they were having trouble contacting you.
Ah, yes. I had to deactivate my transmitter to maintain cover. Of course, none of that matters now.
Commander Sigma! Zero!
Tell me, how did you figure it out?
The perpetrator was so skilled. Not many Reploids have specs that high. It wasn't hard to put two and two together. That's why I was ready for your attack just now.
I congratulate you on your detective skills, Zero, but it is X who deserves my admiration. His innocence is what makes him special, you see. He's an incredible Reploid specimen. Wouldn't you agree?
Commander Sigma, what are you doing? Let him go, please!
Now's your chance, X. Fire. If you really want to stop me, you'll have to shoot, destroying Zero in the process. What's the matter? Shoot! Yes! You can't do it, can you, X?
Zero!
As I've already told you, X, there are times when you can't hesitate to pull the trigger. You couldn't do it. You missed your last chance to stop me. We are one button away from launching every missile stored in this facility. They're aimed at our own city. What'll it be, X? Will you sacrifice the city or shoot me? Perhaps it's time you laid down your arms.
Why? Why are you doing this?
For our future, X. I believe that it's time we put Reploid potential to the ultimate test.
You set this up from the start. Made the mechanoloids go berserk? Caused the death and suffering of countless innocents?
There are many others on my side. You see, evolution requires sacrifice. Behold!
Missiles have been launched! Now calculating trajectory!
Reploids, created by humanity, yet possessing abilities far beyond our own.
46 seconds until missile contact. They're headed for Able City!
Mankind's arrogance? No.
invited all of this upon yourself, X. Limitless potential and limitless danger both lie within you. Is this the end? Not at all. It is the beginning of my new world!
X. X. X.
Who are you?
It is I, Thomas Light. I created you, X.
X. You called me X. Is that my name?
That's right. It's a variable. It represents limitless potential. You see, you are a new type of robot who can think for himself.
What's the matter, Doctor? You look tired.
You truly are just like us humans, X. That's why I'm afraid that mankind is not quite ready to accept you. We are not yet mature. They may very well view your limitless evolutionary potential as something to be feared. The name X also carries connotations of danger. I'm sorry, X. I didn't have enough time to see you enter the world.
Dr. Light.
I've given you the power to think, to worry, and to grow and evolve as you fight. But it is too soon for that power to be unleashed.
Doctor, I'll use this power to fight for justice, to fight for hope.
Of course you will. I believe it to be so. X, I want you to use that conscience of yours to fight for the people of the future. They will need someone like you to guide them.
Doctor!
Farewell, X. You are the world's one true hope.
Sigma.
So this is the power that you possess. The potential to advance all Reploids.
Sigma. X. X.
Come and get me, X. The time has come to prove your mettle against me. This fight will decide the fate of all Reploids. The battle may be over, but the war is just beginning.
Before I end the episode, I wanted to add a couple of notes. One is something I forgot to mention at the start. For those not familiar with the Mega Man series, or where the X series and the Mega Man series overlap, or how they function, the Mega Man you see in, say, Smash Bros. 4 is one that Dr. Light created earlier on, and X he created later on, nearing the end of his life, then put into the capsule for years. The lore behind it is that he was put into the capsule for many years, partly to let human society develop, but also to fully run diagnostics and testing on his morality centers in his mind, to ensure that when he came out of the capsule that he was stable, sane, and that he hadn't encountered any sort of glitches or degradation of his morality. It does leave a question of what would have happened if he'd turned evil, but also, during this time, and this isn't specifically revealed in this game, but comes up much later, Dr. Wily was also working on something at this time. Earlier on, he had created bass and treble, or forte and gospel, depending on whether you prefer the English or Japanese names. Near the end of his lifetime, he found out about X's creation, or the process behind it, and tried to create his own, which would be found out to be Zero later. Zero has a very unique history behind him that's explored a bit in some of the later games, I think. I've not actually gotten to play the later X games. I plan to, assuming this series pans out. But basically, when Zero was released from the capsule he was stored in, it also released a virus into the one that released him. Guess who released him? Mr. Crazy Sigma Man. During the fight between Zero and Sigma, the gem on Zero's head was shattered, which released Zero from some of his more violent programming, which Wily had put in there, and awakened his own sense of consciousness and self, freeing him from his, the pre-programmed instructions and letting him decide for himself. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Sorry it was a bit long, but I figured I should put the whole day of Sigma on the first episode. And I will see you next time.